All right. Hello, everyone, and welcome to my first deck profile video for Dragon Ball Super card game. Welcome, and I'm trying the YouTube thing. We'll see how it goes. I'm doing it from the phone for this first video, just kind of test running it, and then we'll see how far it goes and everything like that. But I'm going to start by doing one of my favorite decks that I play. I play competitively with a lot of high-end players. People that are well known in the game and things like that. So my personal decks are pretty stacked. Um, this one here, I just thought it was fun. I try to go outside the box. Everybody likes playing meta leaders and everything like that, and I like trying to do new stuff but still being competitive at the same time. That being said, um, the deck that I'm about to reveal to you guys is one of my favorite leaders. He came out in one of the starter decks. It is SSB Vegito. So this guy is a powerhouse. If you know how to use him, if you build your deck right, he could be just as powerful as any other blue leader, maybe even more. He's great. Um, on his unawakened side, he is an attack. When he attacks, you draw one every time. Hold on one sec. I'm just trying to get the focus a little better. If it's your opponent's turn and one of your blue unisons would be placed in your drop area, or one of your blue battle cards is removed from your battle area by an opponent's skill or KO'd, you may flip this card over and draw two cards. That is the absolute best part about him. He awakens early if those stipulations are met. So you could also, an alternate awaken is wait till you're at 4 life, and then you could draw one and switch one energy to active, which is also good if you need to. But there's ways in this deck that things happen very smoothly, and you get benefits out of this. So when you awaken, boop, boop, boop. Oh, pardon the band-aid, everybody. I got a little wound. Um, so on his awakened side, SSB Vegito, Godhood Transcended. When this card attacks, draw a card. Active battle. This is one of the best things about him. Choose one of your blue unison cards, and it gains 10,000 power and triple strike for the turn. Unbelievable. So built-in game ender if you have a unison out, if you need to finish off a game, or if you need to put some aggression on, it's excellent. Unbelievably powerful. So other than that, we'll bring it up a little closer if we can. If it's your opponent's turn, one of your blue unison cards would be placed in your drop area, or one of your blue battle cards is removed from your battle area by an opponent's skill or KO, switch up to one of your mono blue energy to active mode and draw a card. Unbelievably powerful. And I will show you how we make it happen. All right, so starting with the first cards in the deck. We'll put the leader over here. I believe it's Bido. I don't want to say Bido or Bido. But these guys I put in here, the great one drops for what we're going to do. They're for a little more aggression. I put them in just because I wanted an aggression option instead of just a defensive for what's coming up. So when this card's played, you draw a card, which is great. It's a rare, so it has a little bit more than a common would one drop. Active battle, once per turn, you could pay one, and then this card gets 1100 for the turn. And double strike, which makes it super powerful, making it a 15k double strike whenever you need it to be. If you need to go in aggression late game, it's great. And then early game also, if you need to get a little aggressive when you're playing control decks and stuff, it's also really great. So I played two of those. Obviously, I mean, this one's going to be an obvious, but 4-dimension magic, obviously. I got the shinies. I love them. I don't run beans, so defensively, you're using a lot of blockers and getting the effects from your leader, but these are excellent. They untap energy when you need them to. If you have some extra life, which you usually do because you awaken a little early, you can definitely get a lot of use out of them. You you could extend your plays defensively. You could defend yourself more. They're just excellent. They're unbelievable. Best negate for blue, definitely. All right, so here's the kicker. This is a little tech that I've seen that I love. I saw it. I think it was in an Eggman video, honestly, but I took it and I went from there. Frieza in Cell, a match made in hell. Great name and great card as well. So it's weird. It was meant for the Pycon deck, but it works unusually well for this one. So it's got Rejuvenate, which never really comes into play. You could, if maybe you had another Frieza, you could put under it just to stuff it under. You can remove 4 markers from it and put a card from under this card in the drop, and you gain a life. But so the +1 is what we're looking at on this. It's basically all you're going to get out of it, because the auto once per turn is when a card in the battle area is returned to its owner's hand by a skill. You could draw a card and then choose one card in your hand and place it at the bottom of your deck. Sorry. And that comes into play maybe sometimes, but it's not why we have the Unison. It's for the +1, which is choose up to 1 blue battle card in your hand with energy cost of 1 and play it. So every time in this deck, it's blue, yellow. So turn 1, you're always going to be playing a multicolor energy just so you have it ready. Turn 2, you'll be playing this Bad Larry Unison to play out some of your 1-drops, which are also our Self-Awakeners. So 4 of our friend, Dr. Rhoda, Unknown Potential. This guy is a powerhouse for this deck. It's a 1-drop blocker, so it gets played off the Unison. And when this card is KO'd, choose one of your blue energy and switch it to active mode. So combined with your leader, this gets a little bit zany. You can untap 2 energy and draw a card on your Awaken side, or when you're going to Awaken and you play it, it automatically will untap an energy and then you'll draw 2. So you can defend yourself a little bit more. So it's probably your best bet to play first to Awaken, other than the other one I'll show you in a moment. But the synergy is great, like I said, with this. Turn 1, you're playing a multicolor. Turn 2, you play this, and then you put out a 1-drop blocker. They attack, and then you'll be able to Awaken right off the bat and untap an energy and draw 2 cards, and then defend yourself some more. So another blocker 1-drop for blue that we have, which is also great, and the synergy is awesome, is Oob, Power of Hope. Also a great card. 1-drop blocker, and if you have a blue Unison in play, when this card is played, you could draw a card. So you'll put your Unison out, and then you'll +1 him, and with his ability, you'll be able to just play the Oob. So now you automatically draw a card. So you turn 2, play him, you tap out, you play this, draw a card, and then you Awaken if this guy's KO'd, draw 2 more, Awaken. It's crazy. It's great. The synergy is great. So we'll put those guys over here. All right, so next we'll go to our super combos. So these are all going to help us. Like I said, it's yellow-blue. Great combo, I think. One of the best. Zamatsu super combos. I'm sure you guys know what they do, and if you don't, you can combo with this. You don't draw a card like normal super combos. This is a multicolor one, but you could rest a battle card or a leader card with these, which is hugely beneficial. Saves you turns. It saves... it's basically negating someone's attack. It's insane. It's great. And you can also use these to Arrival, obviously. A little help to Arrival also are these, because we got a lot of Arrival, decent amount. And as long as you have a yellow and blue multicolored card in your energy, this ignores energy exhaust, which is great. So, I mean, not energy, I'm sorry. The combo cost, it ignores that. So it's a free 0 5K combo, but it's blue-yellow, so you'll be able to Arrival with it, no problem. Excellent for the Arrivaling. It's insane. You don't need it at 4. I like consistency, so I like to run it at that. Now we'll do these bad Larrys. All right, so Goku and Hit. Also a really great card. Energy Exhaust blocker, arrival for a blue and yellow. So you'd use any of these cards here and here. And then in your combo, you would play this. You'd pay 1 and active battle. Okay, so it comes into play, and then active battle. When your opponent attacks, if you attack, you can once per turn switch this to active. So when it first comes out, you can play it. After the battle is over, you can swing, and during that swing, because it's an active battle, you can restand it, and then they're dealing with that first attack, and you can either have it standing up also to block for the next turn, or you could attack again to be more aggressive. Excellent card, very flexible, and for 1 energy and 19k for them to defend, a dual attack is really strong. Really, really strong. All right, next, also helping. Oh, we'll get to this next arrival first. All right, so here we got Vegeta and Kaba, one of my favorite cards. Lessons learned. So this is an excellent card. It has energy exhaust, obviously, dual attack. It's an arrival blue or in yellow, so you could use a blue or a yellow energy, either one. And when it's played, you can choose up to 1 of your opponent's battle cards with energy cost 4 or less in rest mode and place it at the bottom of their deck. So when they attack, you can say no negates, and then you combo one of these bad Larrys. And once you combo, you'll be able to arrival this. And their battle card that they're attacking, say they dump their whole hand comboing, trying to go for game. You'd play this, and since that card is in rest mode, if it's 4 or less, it would just get bottom decked. So everything they comboed and everything they put into it, it wouldn't even matter, or the double strike or whatever they have on it. It would just get sent to the bottom of the deck if it's 4 or less. Excellent, excellent card. It's a more fair shoot gesh if anybody's an old school player and remembers that super combo, which was super intense. That whole combo was crazy. It actually got banned. It was so powerful. So that is a nice surprise to give one of your opponents, really. They actually, it's hard to see it coming sometimes. And, you know, unless they're playing a color that can handle it, then, or can deal with in the middle of battle plays or counter plays or something like that, unless they have something like that, it's just great. Unbelievable card. All right. So the next arrival we play is a huge threat. It's a boss monster. It's one of my favorites. It's the Kefla. So SS2 Kefla Lightning Speed. So this thing here, so it arrivals for 2 blue and 1 yellow. So that's why initially when you play that first energy multicolored, it's going to be blue yellow. After that, you could just charge blue the rest of the time. You just need 1 yellow on there. The auto is when this card is played, choose up to 1 of your opponent's battle cards, ignoring barrier, and place it at the bottom of their deck. So just like the Vegeta Kaba, when it is played out on the combo step during active battle, whatever card is attacking, if it's a giant boss monster that has barrier, huge threat, you can just drop this thing and then put it at the bottom of the owner's deck. Huge, huge advantage when you play this thing. Additionally, active main limit 1, which means you go do it once per turn. If your opponent has 3 or more energy and you choose 1 card in your hand and discard it, this card gains dual attack. For the turn, if that card was discarded was a copy of this card, draw 2 cards also. And then choose 1 of your opponent's cards and switch it to rest mode. Now, that counts as energy. Any card on their battlefield, you can switch to rest mode. Then it has dual attack, and it is a double strike. So you could get 1 swing with a double strike. That's a 30k. You can restand to have it as a blocker, or you could swing again and be super aggressive. So you could be aggressive or defensive, however you want to be with this deck, which is great. Boss monster. Now I play these. These are huge too. It depending on your matchup, they help a lot. But if you just have some extra energy hanging around, it's really good to have these. And that's 2 draw apes. They're yellow and they're 0 combo cost, so they really help with the rival also. They're great. They're an excellent card to have in your deck. They were like $200 at one point. Now they got reprinted and everything like that. So a lot more affordable for everyone. Now a little bit of a defensive package here. I play these Gokus, which are great. I play 2 Sun Goku Calamity Challenger. It's got deflect, so it can't be counterplayed or anything crazy done to it when it comes in. Maybe KO'd by like some green cards and stuff like that. But active made, pay 1 energy, blue energy. If your leader is a blue Saiyan card and you have 3 or more energy, play this card from your hand and draw 1. So, like I said, flexibility. For 1 energy, you're getting a 15k draw card. And then active main, limit 1, spirit boost, which means you take some spirit boost 1 means you take 1 marker off one of your unisons, which you'll have out because it's part of the design of the deck. I'd say turn 2 you pretty much want to see it, so you kind of want to mulligan for it if you can. If your leader card is a blue Trunks Youth, so this here doesn't pertain to the rest of the card, just you're playing it for the first part, the active main, so I won't even go over it actually. But really good. Like, you need a blocker. Say you haven't self-awakened yet. It's a 1 energy blocker. If you're at 3 energy, you could play it. And if it gets KO'd, then you get your awaken effect. But also you block with it and you KO. You could untap energy and draw. It's a real good card. It helps out a lot. All right. Next, defensively, we have our counterplays, which are obviously SS Trunks. God Stealing Technique. I don't want to say it's a must, but in every blue deck, I don't know a blue deck that doesn't play it, honestly. So super powerful counterplay. It's free when you have a unison with 2 or more markers out, and it is a powerhouse. You can get rid of absolutely anything, return it back to their hand for the most part. There may be stipulations here and there with other skills and things like that, but it is super strong. I suggest getting these. They're kind of low right now at the time of this video, if you're playing blue. Another little aggressive package when games go long and you need to get rid of some stuff. Maybe you need a board wipe. Kale Rampaging Demon, huge. You play it, it board wipes everything. If you go long and you have 7 or more energy, it board wipes everything with barrier, and this gets dual attack. And it's already a deflect, so they can't hit it when it comes into play. They can't counterplay it. And then it is a double strike 30k. Huge boss monster. Another great card. Like I said, like, board wipes are huge if you're dealing with an aggressive deck. Defensive package, more right here. This is a newer card from the new set. This is from the Realm of the Gods. SSG Son Goku Miraculous Transformation. This thing, I don't even think they should have made it for blue. It's absolutely nuts. Deflect Barrier. Unique, so you're going to play 1. But it's got triple strike and it's a counterattack. What else keyword skill wise can you have? During your opponent's turn, reduce the energy cost of this card in your hand by 1 for each card in your opponent's energy. So a lot of times this thing's coming out for 3, no problem. That's as low as it can go. And if your leader is mono blue, this card's in rest mode, your opponent's battle cards can't attack your leader. So some just built-in extra protection. If they're attacking with battle cards, they have to kill this thing first before they can even swing at your leader. Nuts. And it's a triple strike. So you play it on your turn, so you have some energy open, or you untap your energy from your leader's abilities. And then you can play this for 3. Next turn, you have a triple strike deflect barrier 20k that they have to deal with. Super strong. And now I have a little more aggression, but also defense right here. Sorry about that, everyone. So Majin Buu, Assault of the Agents of Destruction, super strong unison. It's just to kind of get some hand advantage. It draws you a card. It defends you by blocking. It's a double strike for attacking. It's -1. Allows you to bottom deck a attacking battle card or something along those lines. Let me see. Your -1 is when your opponent attacks with a battle card, you may choose one of their battle cards and place it at the bottom of their deck. So it doesn't even have to be the attacking card. If they attack with a battle card, you could -1 this thing and bottom deck another battle card, a different one or that one. You could block with this one. Flexibility this deck is about, and it is crazy. This is a great deck, and that's a great card. And then lastly, I have a few one-ups just to surprise my opponents, but are super strong. The first one being is game ender. Definitely, if you get this far into the game, 7 energy, you can play this bad Larry. Android 17, Turning the Tide. It's a one-of. Like I said, if you play a long game, it's great. If you're going a short game, who knows? You're not going to get to it, so you might as well just combo it off or whatever. But critical deflect. When you play this card, choose all of your hand and your opponent's hand, and all battle cards in your opponent's drop area, and shuffle them into their owner's decks. Then you swing with a 30k critical. Then they can't do nothing about that, so they have 2 life, and then you swing with something else, or that, and then they can't do nothing. They got no cards in their hand, and it's great. It's a great card. One, I've thought about putting this at 2, but a counter is always good, especially when it comes into play and it has triple strike and it draws you a card and it gets rid of something ignoring barrier and places it at the bottom of a deck. Super powerful, but you're using your energy a lot. You're untapping for certain things. Just having it in your hand just in case for the counter is all you really need it for, because you have so much other triple strikes and aggression coming in all these other ways. So, and you're going to see it. You draw a lot of cards. You really do. So great for it. And then obviously the best SCR in the game for blue, Baby Hatch. This thing is crazy. Ends turns, you drop it, drop a card, and then that's it. They can't attack for the rest of the turn. They saved you a whole turn. If you had no way out, you did then. But that's it. I mean, this deck has won me many games against a lot of pro players and a lot of fun. My whole thing is playing a deck has to be fun. It can't be not fun and rewarding. Like every time I play a deck, I want to have a blast. And this thing, it gives it to me every time. Like even if I have a bad matchup, I was doing crazy stuff. They still had to handle my things. It's just really good. And the leader itself, like I said, I know everybody's really on Soul Striker right now, but for another blue leader to do as well as it does, I think that this one is absolutely great. But I'm TCG Central, and this was my first video. So like, comment, subscribe. I'm new, like I said, on the YouTube thing, so I'm going to try real hard to figure it out, and feel free to leave a comment and do whatever. But I appreciate everything, and thanks for checking out the video, guys. Bye.